dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew? We back with another Patrick CC. We got why Gordon and Ramsay is always angry. I don't know. I just had to.
You was trying.
I was trying.
Yeah,
You do it then.
No, because
exactly.
I would have just read it normal.
Do it.
No, you
No,
already
just
done
do
read
it. Just do it.
No, I said no.
Because if you can't do it, don't speak on it.
I didn't say. First of all, I ain't trying. I want to do it.
Do it, Shawty.
No.
Shawty, yeah.
Just come on.
Exactly. So don't try to complain.
I wasn't trying to complain.
If you can't put yourself in my shoes, don't put yourself in my shoes. And try to tell somebody how they should do what they do. And if we pause the video, motherfucker, we pause the video. Hell, learn.
Okay.
Let me just say this. Learn some laws, motherfucker, before y'all start trying to come in about some pausing. A lot of y'all out here copyright infringing and don't even know you copyright infringing.
Okay.
Because you want to add shit to the video. But what's up?
Okay, baby, come on.
All right, let's go, man. We got why Gordon Ramsay is always angry. There's a lot of reasons why he's always angry. I'll be angry too if I consider myself a chef and I got to deal with a motherfucker say they a chef and the only thing they can bring to the table is some grilled cheese. And it ain't even done right. Have you ever seen Gordon Ramsay make his grilled cheese?
Mm-mm.
It's a whole nother level, man. But you like, what's different levels of grilled cheese?
No, I was like,
There's levels to it.
No, I was going to say, have I? But I don't know. I don't think I have.
All right, man. Make sure y'all check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go if you want to first support. All you got to do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video,
like it with a thumbs up.
I would highly appreciate it, man. But with that being said, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Because of shows like Kitchen Nightmares and Hell's Kitchen, we know that Gordon Ramsay is kind of a jerk.
Get out of my way. Get out of my f***ing way. Get out of my f***ing way. Get out of my way!
I'm not in your way!
Get upstairs then!
He won't tell me, he's got no balls. Why are you throwing that risotto away?
Because it was overcooked. Shut the f*** up! Missy, come here, you fat mouth little stupid.
Many people attribute Gordon's...
You remember I used to always watch Gordon? Bruh, like at one point,
Yes.
I used to stay on YouTube, come home from work, and watch Number Gordon for
Gordon.
hours.
Just be laid up on the couch watching go. I'm like, dude, can we watch something else?
And the next day, back on my Gordon Ramsay. And what was it? It was when he used to like tour hotels.
Yeah, when he used to go to like the hotels and like
even
the restaurants and stuff and try to like revamp them.
But not like Hell's Kitchen. I never watched Hell's Kitchen.
It was just that. I can't remember what it was called.
I forgot.
Yeah, I can't remember.
to a fake persona that he displays for entertainment. It's just a character, they say. However, when you consider the violent and abusive life Gordon had to endure, you will understand where his rage comes from. Gordon's father, Gordon Ramsay Sr., was a violent alcoholic who Ramsay described as a hard-drinking womanizer. When his father was drunk, he'd either hit the children or throw things around the house.
Wow.
We had to run for our lives, he recalled. We spent many nights, weekends, hidden in the Department of Health and Social Security rooms. Although his father abused and neglected his children, his mother Helen suffered the most. She was beaten relentlessly, even when she was 7 months pregnant with Gordon's younger sister. Gordon and his siblings, Diane, Ronnie, and Yvonne, often sat cowering upstairs in their bedrooms, while their mother was subjected to physical abuse downstairs. She often feared one day he might kill her. Gordon was already bigger than his father by the age of 12, but he never fought back. I don't know if I could ever have hit him. We were never big or strong enough to stop him. He had power over all of us. The crazy part is, the kids often spent time in Child Protective Services. Police would take their father away during his outbursts, but it was only temporary as they would eventually return under the same roof as him. They could not escape. To make matters worse,
I don't think I would have ever known any of this information if it weren't for this video. Because I've never heard like Gordon backstory. I just thought he was a British guy. I was like, that's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you know, when we have reacted to some Gordon Ramsay, folks, a lot of people in the comments was like, that's just British humor. That's how British people are. And you don't really know like the backstory of why he could be like, you know what I'm saying? It is a character to some degree.
Yeah.
You know, but I would have never like thought he comes from a home like this.
Yeah.
Especially being a chef. most of the time when I think of chefs, I'm like, oh, y'all probably come from like, you know.
I don't think I ever like I've thought about that.
It never crossed your mind like
I don't like look at people because of their like occupation. Be like, oh, they probably come from such a. I don't think like that. You know.
I feel you.
They would eventually return under the same roof as him. They could not escape. To make matters worse, Gordon's father didn't even support the family financially. His mother was a career nurse, and his father just worked various dead-end jobs. Dad would often have a fallout with someone at work and get fired, and because our home often came with his job, we would become homeless and have to move again. The family lived in roughly 16 different homes across England before settling in Warwickshire. As you can imagine, Gordon's education was negatively impacted due to his father's terrorizing presence. However, he found a positive outlet detached from his home life through football. He was aggressive on the field and could sprint really fast, which landed him a spot on the Rangers Football Club youth team. Gordon claims that he was scouted at one of his games by an Oxford United manager, which led him to being signed to the team. But an Oxford spokesman says otherwise. We don't have concrete evidence that he ever played for Oxford United, and none of those coaches around that time can remember him playing for us. This seems like a strange thing for Gordon to lie about, but nevertheless, football was a major passion of his. It was also around this time that Gordon was finally able to flee his father's abuse for good. His mother told Gordon and his sister Diane that tension in their relationship was worse than ever. She forced them to move out of the house for their own safety. At age 16, Gordon and Diane moved out and got their own flat together in Banbury, located in Oxfordshire, southeast England. But at age 19, Gordon's dreams of being a football player were destroyed, which was the best thing that would ever happen to him. After suffering a serious knee injury, Gordon enrolled at North Oxfordshire Technical College to study hotel management. During this time, he worked as a commis chef at the Roxton House Hotel. The commis chef, otherwise known as a junior chef, is at the bottom of the food chain, literally. Most kitchen brigades are organized similarly to the military. Auguste Escoffier is credited for coming up with this hierarchy system while serving as a cook in the French military in the 1800s. Commis chefs help ensure that a kitchen's operations run smoothly. They perform cooking, cleaning, delivery, and other support duties as instructed by the chef de partie. After progressing through the ranks and becoming the sous chef, Gordon ran the kitchen and 70-seat dining room at the Wickham Arms until he started a sexual relationship with the owner's wife.
I slept with the boss's wife because...
Oh, Gordon! Oh, my G, Gordon!
Not the boss's wife!
Hey, if you're a player, young player, play out. Play out. Hey! Shout out to Gordon, man.
Not shout out.
Yeah, shout out. Why not? No, we talking about Gordon.
No, I mean, you can shout him out, but you shouting him out for sleeping with the boss's wife. Like, no, sir.
She wanted their guns. But now I get why he did the hotel joint.
Because
that's
right
where he come from.
Yeah, that's what, yeah.
Okay.
That's where he started from.
Yeah.
Arms until he started a sexual relationship with the owner's wife.
I slept with the boss's wife because she made, a go for me. I mean, trust me, what 19-year-old chef, fit as a fiddle, is going to say no to a stunning 33-year-old wife of your boss?
So yeah, he got fired. However, his experience would land him his first job at a Michelin star restaurant and his first appearance on television. Michelin stars are basically the highest badges of honor for restaurants. The stars are part of the Michelin Guide, which employs thousands of inspectors who travel around the world sampling the finest cuisine. These highly trained inspectors will visit hundreds of restaurants a year in order to identify the best of the best. Michelin inspectors are always anonymous to ensure they don't receive preferential treatment during their meals. Inspectors book, dine, and pay for their meals in the same way as an average guest. Once each restaurant in consideration has been inspected, the Michelin Guide director meets with the worldwide teams for what is called star sessions, where the rating of each restaurant is debated. These sessions often last days, with each establishment considered one by one until a unanimous decision is reached. Restaurants can earn a maximum of 3 stars. Michelin quantifies 1 star as being high quality cooking worth a stop, 2 stars for excellent cooking worth a detour, and finally, the prestigious 3 stars represent exceptional cuisine worth a special journey.
That's where Gordon get his whole concept of everything he does, from the experience of the hotels, from Hell's Kitchen, and everything. It comes from his background.
Yeah, most definitely.
If that ain't no money making concept, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's smart as hell.
Most definitely smart.
He honed his culinary skills at Harvey's in Wandsworth. This is where a legend was created. The executive chef at Harvey's was Marco Pierre White, who is not only world-class, but also considered to be the first celebrity chef. Marco has been rumored to have somewhat of a temper. He has admitted that sometimes he shouts and screams in the kitchen. Gordon says that Marco was brutal, allegedly one night even making a young Gordon Ramsay cry. However, this side of him is rarely seen when the cameras are on. On TV, he's more of an intense savage that struck fear into you without saying or doing too much.
No, I didn't make Gordon Ramsay cry. He made himself cry. That was his choice to cry.
After working at Harvey's for 3 years, Ramsay became more equipped to handle the fast-paced and high-pressure trade of fine dining. He also probably learned that sometimes to run a kitchen, you need to be aggressive, loud, and dominant. The 1988 documentary Marco shows a behind-the-scenes look at the chaotic life in the kitchen. Gordon is seen multiple times throughout the documentary calm, listening, learning, and getting a taste for what it was like to be on the big screen. Sadly, his family was still suffering. Gordon's sister Diane decided to return home to live with their parents. One day, their father threw scalding hot milk over their mother, who was in bed, punching and dragging her downstairs. Diane got her mother to the hospital, where they were referred to Women's Aid, a charity in the United Kingdom aimed at ending domestic violence against women and children. The pair found refuge in one of the charity's shelters for 6 months and got help sorting out Helen's benefits. Her husband had never given her any money, likely a tactic he used to ensure she would never leave. Helen and Diane went home to find the flat ransacked and a postcard on the mantelpiece warning, "One night when you're least expecting it, I'll come back and finish you all off." From that moment onward, the Ramsay family was finally free of Gordon James Sr.
Wow.
That is so fucked up.
Wow.
Damn, shout out to Patrick for this video, bro. You never know what people really are going through. Especially if you don't do the research or if it's put out there, you would never know people. Like a lot of people come from like hard times and the world's so cruel, and they wonder why people lash out the way they do instead of trying to get to know an individual and see
their backstory, where they come from, the reason why they are, like what made someone who they are today, or whatever the case may be, if it's good, bad, or whatever. Because some people turn,
And I feel like the only reason why he's really like that when it comes down to the kitchen is because that's how he was taught. Yeah, he was taught that hard edge. You know what I'm saying? Yelling. He's up to the fast. Because you never worked in a restaurant, so you don't restaurant. They're like they having to cook fast. You know how many people go to a restaurant and be like, I can't wait. I don't want to wait 40, 50 minutes for a meal. Yeah. But when you go home, you're prepping for a meal. You know how long it takes you to prep, cook, and plate your meal. But y'all expect a meal that you will fix at home be ready for you in 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah. Those people are cooked. And then they come in early prep, but you can never prep enough for what you really gonna expect. So that's the reason why, honestly, after you worked in a restaurant and you've been in that environment, I think you understand the patience that you need to have when you go to a restaurant. And just imagine when you go to a 5-star restaurant, and they presentation is very important. Yeah. Taste is very important. Most definitely. That takes time. It's not anything you're gonna. So a lot of people want fast food, but don't want fast food taste. They want 5-star. They want 5-star meals at a fast food pace, and you can never get that. But y'all expect it, which is crazy.
By his mid-20s, Gordon had already built a resume that would land him jobs working alongside world-class chefs in France, and then as head chef at La Tante Claire in Chelsea, a 3 Michelin star restaurant. However, Marco White would present something that would stamp Gordon's legacy permanently. In 1993, Marco offered Gordon a head chef position and a 10% share in the Rossmore. The restaurant was renamed Aubergine and achieved Michelin star status 14 months later. Gordon's cooking was so highly sought after that the restaurant had a waiting list of up to 6 months and bills averaging about €75 per person. By 1997, Aubergine won its 2nd Michelin star. Despite the restaurant's success, a dispute began between Ramsay and the business owners, who wanted to expand and turn Aubergine into a chain restaurant. Gordon didn't feel he could duplicate his cooking as a formulaic concept like most chain restaurants do. After many years of disagreements and legal battles, Ramsay announced his departure and handed in his notice. The entire staff at the restaurant followed Gordon and participated culminated in a walkout. Ramsay later referred to it as Black Friday. He described the decision to set out on his own as the most important day of my entire cooking career, the most important decision of my life. Gordon decided to purchase and open his own restaurant called Restaurant Gordon Ramsay in Chelsea in 1998. The journey of opening his business venture paired with a television documentary series called Boiling Point. The series only had 5 episodes, but gave viewers a raw, behind-the-scenes look at Ramsay and his element. Along with his cooking methods and expertise, he tried to impress food critics in hopes of a 3rd Michelin star. Although the series was short-lived, Ramsay's vulgar language and hostile nature were on full display, and he quickly became known for his loud mouth and short temper in the kitchen. This guy got fired for drinking water.
Standing in front of the fucking glass, drinking fucking water. In front of all the customers. Fuck off.
I've seen this before. Drink water.
But even with these
I've seen that clip before, and I would need Gordon to come out and give like an explanation or a reason on why he was on 10 the way he was, you know?
We're like, look, we ain't got time for you to be taking no break, drinking no damn water. You better do your no, just like.
All right, remember that. We ain't got time for you to be taking no break and drinking your damn water.
moments, it still feels tame compared to what would come many years later. After establishing his first restaurant, Ramsay expanded and opened several restaurants across the United Kingdom. He earned his 3rd Michelin star in 2001, making him the first Scottish chef to achieve the feat and securing him a lifelong legacy at the age of 35. His second TV show portrayed Gordon in a much more genuine and humble way. Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares was a 2004 show where Gordon visited failing restaurants and helped to improve the establishments in just 1 week. He then revisited the restaurants months later to see how each business fared in his absence. Kitchen Nightmares was a huge commercial hit. Ramsay initially came off as quite relatable. He was very candid but still supportive in a positive manner and genuinely wanted to see businesses succeed. He used his time wisely, learning the staff's strengths and weaknesses and the town's culture surrounding each restaurant. He also used collective plural pronouns like we when describing each restaurant and what needs to be done, fully integrating himself as a part of the team and part of the solution, not merely operating as an onlooker giving directions. This Ramsay made for far more compelling television and left viewers excited about the food and entrepreneurship. The more poised and calculated attitude carried on to his next televised culinary show, Hell's Kitchen UK. The show created a competition between 2 kitchens featuring 10 aspiring chefs competing for a prize of €250,000, money that the winner could use to start his or her own restaurant. They were split into 2 teams of 6, 1 celebrity chef along with 5 members.
And just look at the difference. Now what we're going to do? Right, can we taste now, please? That is the worst risotto. Oh man, I give up. That is shocking.
No, I'm trying. My hardest, chef. Oh man, what?
Due to the show's success, Gordon worked with the Fox network to produce an American version with the same name. First premiering in 2005, Hell's Kitchen US followed a different format. This is where Gordon's asshole persona was formed.
You jumped up the f***er. Now f*** off back on your section. Why?
Because I'm not a quitter.
You're not a quitter. You're not a fucking cook either. Move your fat ass. You donkey! Hey! You're fucking useless, you know that. You're cooking in a burnt pan, you fucking dick! Fucking donkey! Don't let him cook a fucking thing!
The US version of Hell's Kitchen surpassed the UK version in popularity. The show was significantly more dramatic than any of Gordon's UK shows, with the addition of loud sound effects, dramatic music, rapid jump cuts, and exaggerated drama.
Your special has now become...
But it's crazy, in America, you have to have, like, negative to sell.
Yes,
opposed to, like, in the UK, they saw a whole different picture of them.
A whole different side.
Like the nice, laughing, good, like they can be
calm,
joking.
Relax, be themselves and be like,
but in the American market, negativity sells, and it's so horrible. Because if you put positive out there, people like, and then people always complain, why we always showing negative? Because
but y'all don't tune in to the positive. Y'all feed off the negative.
Same here. If we do a video that's negative, blow up.
Yeah.
But we do a video that's laughing, we having a good time. People, like somebody come in and say, I like it when y'all do more the dark shit instead of I don't want all the laughing and the ha ha.
I like to be happy.
Hey, bro.
Like I want to be happy.
It's we always been a positive pick me up channel. Yeah, we touch on other stuff, but come on, man. You need positivity in your life, bro. Especially when you're having a downtime. Bro. Come on.
Not very special. Thanks to...
face there. Hurry up, Giovanni.
Yeah, but I'm not this face, chef.
Yeah, say that again.
I said I'm not this face,
Yeah,
chef.
you're pissed, are you?
I'm
Not
not.
look at me in the eyes. Not as pissed as I am. You fucking are. Donkey.
It became so excessive that people online started accusing the producers of staging fake drama for more entertaining television. People also claimed that the editors use editing techniques to make certain contestants appear as poor performers to justify their elimination later. The most obvious example was the case of Amanda Tech Moore, who you can clearly see cooking here, but the only problem is that she was eliminated 3 episodes earlier. Essentially, they're using old footage of contestants, for example, Gordon yelling at someone in episode 1, to justify their elimination in episode 10, even if they didn't do anything wrong that day, since the show is not premiering live and viewers wouldn't be able to notice the difference. Another major controversy in regards to the show being staged occurred when contestant Joseph Tinnelly from season 6, during one elimination round, angrily confronted Ramsay, challenging him to a fight, before being escorted off the set.
You want a f***ing jacket? You want to talk some shit? Let's go step outside, motherfucker. I ain't here for that, dog.
The incident drew criticism from viewers suggesting the scene was potentially fake and conducted to add more drama and tension to the show to increase viewer interest. However, it was this tumultuous persona that may have ruined his UK television presence.
Okay, this was asked for, well done. I'm just going to sending it back.
And let me just tell you something. You know, in terms of well done, look, we praised it. What is that?
That's well done.
That is well done, so stop bringing me shit!
What about this, Gordon?
That is well done!
What about this?
It's well done!
Without the added sound effects and intense music, Gordon's screaming looks less performative, which made viewers think he was actually just a jerk. But the USA audience couldn't get enough of Gordon. He was a rock star.
In the US, Gordon does no wrong. And we be like, yeah, that shit nasty, bro. Say that shit back. I don't blame him. But it's different perceptions of how people accept things worldwide.
Yeah.
So what one area might joy and love, the next, critique.
He worked with the Fox network again to produce an American version of Kitchen Nightmares. First premiering in 2007, Kitchen Nightmares US followed the exact blueprint as the original, as the owners invited Gordon to spend a week with the failing restaurant to revive the business. However, like the US version of Hell's Kitchen, Kitchen Nightmares was more dramatized and featured Ramsay displaying a visibly short temper, regularly yelling profanities and insulting his staff. Gordon once even said the F word 298 times in just 2 episodes. When you saw those 2 Kitchen Nightmares condensed into one, last year when they had those 298 fucks, I wasn't proud of that. There has come a time when, at the age of 43, I'm getting a bit tired of the foul-mouthed bully chef. In that same interview, Ramsay was adamant in his refusal to pander to elderly British viewers by trying to act like anyone other than himself. So on one hand, he admits he isn't proud of his excessive outbursts. On the other, he isn't just gonna act like a proper lad to please his UK audience. Plus, in 2017, he came out with a show called The F Word, so I don't think he really cares that much. Both versions of Kitchen Nightmares produced 7 seasons and were canceled collectively in 2014. As of September 2021, Ramsay has accumulated a net worth estimated to be around $220 million, with an estimated salary of $225,000 per episode. Gordon typically earns roughly $45 million per year from his media and restaurant business. His shows account for more than 75 hours of programming and more than $150 million in ad sales for Fox. With restaurants in the UK, US, France, Italy, China, South Korea, and Qatar, his empire has expanded on a global scale. Evidently, being a dickhead pays pretty well. But Gordon is also able to act like this because he has started at the very bottom and grinded for decades mastering his craft. These days, you could see him on TikTok telling people how terrible their cooking is. Whether his rage comes from his father's abuse or from the perspective of a passionate teacher wanting his pupils to learn, it never gets old seeing Gordon Ramsay absolutely destroy someone's cooking.
Facts. It never gets old.
Because of
it never gets old.
It never gets old for real. I'm just like,
That's Gordon, man.
What if you were like in some of them people's shoes? Would you just take it?
It all depends on what you're trying to be. Like, when you have mentors and stuff, because he went through it.
Yeah.
So he knows how it feels to be.
Because sometimes when I watch it, I think I'm like, he's just kind of like trying to build you up for what's to come or what's to be expected.
It gets hot in that kitchen in multiple different ways, not just the heat from the stove.
Yeah.
Fast paced, angry customers. It gets hot in the kitchen, and you gotta be willing to take it, and that's all he's showing. You have to be willing to take the heat in the kitchen. If you can't take the heat, you need to get your ass out the kitchen. That's
basically.
And if you can't take that criticism from the chef, can you take that criticism from the customers?
Yeah.
If the chef you're training under tells you your shit is trash, and you like, if he only kept telling you, oh, just work on it a bit, it'll be fine. Yeah. No, your shit is trash.
Yeah.
Because then you'll be serving trash shit to customers, customers. Well, I work for the Gordon Ramsay. He never said my shit was trash. He said it might be a little bit of work, but it's not trash.
Even if the scenes and stuff are like super dramatic
or
and exaggerated or whatever the case may be, I still feel like it kind of helps, build that backbone. Facts, man.
Baby, make sure y'all spam us up in the comment section down below, man. I really enjoyed that one because I got a lot of behind the scenes and get to learn about the individual more than just being the chef.
Facts.
Get to see his journey, man. But with that being said, as always, I do go by the name DJ Nick. This is
we are.
Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my folks. Dollar.